This is a banger. Ooh, medium. Gunner. Okay. Hang on. I need this. I need this. I need this. This is so cute. Chibi. I love the song, by the way. And you know, Gunner, doctors here. Yay. Woo. Woo. Junior Shaman. Alpha. And the Sierra. Oh, Sierra's a girl. Love this. I'm bopping. Oh. Nine. Oh yeah. Great, nice. Top tier content right here. Here's the wolf's here. I'm Sarah. Lynch him. Liar. I'm a villager. I checked you. Stop lying. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm sorry. This was amazing. I love this. Oh my god. This is great. This is amazing. I need to save this. This is so good. This is top tier content right here. This really is the best. The best. The best ever. Oh my god. Sorry. I love this game. I'm gonna just simmer. I just currently. Let's go with it. I should do tier list soon. Oh, new videos. No, don't lie. You do have video. You do. Okay. Any Wolvesville ones? Okay, I guess that was the only one. But you're amazing, whoever you are. Shout out to Vlent. Yes, please follow their accounts. I can see that they have like a lot of memes, like just animated memes. Anyone who does animations just really cool. Really nice. Let's see if there's a Wolvesville tier list. Oh, wait. Oh. I was just going to... No. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You didn't see my Reddit username. Ah, Wolvesville Rose. Since the update 2.0.9. Okay. Oh no, these require images, isn't it? Oh, no they don't. Oh, okay, these have like the newer rows. So I guess we're going with this one. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm here. Why am I suddenly going to this mode? But anyway, like I'm really finally doing a tier list. I'm gonna rename the tier list according to like the rows that I like. The reason I played a game. D is just trash. C is just not my fave, but it's alright. It prefer not to have. Prefer not. Okay. Why is it the alignment like this? Well, what do I do with this? Can't do anything with this. Maybe I'll put a depends here. maybe I'll just add a row that below that says, oh, maybe I should add it above. Oops. Trash. I don't even know whether I have anything in the trash category as of now, but yeah, we'll see. Okay. Right. So this is Werewolf Online, and here are all the rows. I guess like these are the new rows. I don't think this is all the rows, but it is still an updated one, isn't it? I guess this is one of the more updated ones, so I can't really complain. Let's start with the alpha. Alpha werewolf, honestly, kind of boring. Like, you can't do anything. No, it's not. Hang on. Maybe, I mean, I don't know whether boring. Like, some roles are like actually maybe okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here because roles that are boring and just don't they just don't really contribute much. Only contributes to voting at night, where like you just want to like vote somebody in your own way, disagree with your other teammates and vote somebody, and the responsibility is on you if you happen to kill someone or attack a random villager. That is like, no, attack either a random villager or a random killer, a villager that is not really useful for the werewolf. So that would be, I feel like the cost weighs more than the benefits for this role. And you kind of talk in the day anonymously, but you're like sort of only talking to yourself, and it's just not fun, really. It's like the only good thing I would say is that its unknown role makes you able to disguise as a seer or an aura, and that will mean it's like kind of harder for you to check and get lynched, because people might think you're a fool if you get checked as unknown, and rarely think it's alpha. So I think alpha will be one of the best roles to do that. Still, I wouldn't bet on it. Like, yeah, I never play that card unless I actually have an idea of who someone else's role is, and I can confirm it for them. Or if they're like two wolf seers, I think alpha is a pretty good role to just be the sacrifice. Unpopular opinion, really, but I think alpha should be the one fake claiming seer, more than the junior werewolf. Although like both are okay actually. Yeah, just no, but I rarely see an alpha do that. That's all. Marksman. Yep. Marksman is going to the top box because I have my reasons. The marksman role, it's a role that I'm pretty strong at, I would say, because I like roles that allow you to gamble and not get in trouble. Like, you can gamble, you can decide in the first night and change your selection according to who what they say in the, like what the target, whether they say anything in the day, whether they claim a role, because if they do, it's time to change your target. But every time, all of these day chats are considered the informations that you that would help you in finding a more accurate target before you shoot them. And that is why it's kind of like a, to me, 80-20 luck, where I usually get that 80. I have gotten a 20 before, but the reason I have gone through nights as a marksman when I'm not killed, at least the reason I've gone through nights as a oops, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. nights as a marksman, just surviving and shooting 2 werewolves and getting a good job. I have gotten that, not to brag, but a couple of times really, and that's only because I have my strategies to play as a marksman. It's quite easy to tell who might be who might be more suspicious based on how much they, it's not just how much they talk but the way they talk as well. And I know some of these people can be good roles, the silent people, and me shooting them is just my way of like confirming their innocence without them having to say anything. So I think everyone kind of benefits from me playing this role. I like that role. All I do is good for the village for that role. There was one time though that somebody just like called me dumb for shooting a villager, but it was purely a guess. What can I do? It was my thing. Like, the number of times I died to wolves for a second night, it's just too many. I needed to take that chance. I needed to make every night count for myself, right? Okay, medium. I'll put it here because like, you know, when I'm feeling lazy, I kind of just select this role as one of them. Yeah, because all you have to do is place the heart on whoever deserves to be revived and your job is done, kind of. Or like you communicate the info. But like really other than that, like I guess it's fun in a way if you talk to... okay, you know what, I'll shift it up because I don't think there's anything bad with this role. See, all you do, people can't report you unless you don't revive at all. And it is fun sometimes to chat with the dead and see what they're saying. You pass on to the alive village, and it's just a lot of communication, and that's basically the communication medium. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, mediums, basically the gods of the game. They're pretty good. Nothing too special, but they are needed. It's one of the roles that I feel pretty relaxed playing, not stressed or anything. I think that's important to me because I don't do very well with stress sometimes. Certain roles can be really stressful for me, like risk getting reported or even like just not having a great time. Mediums don't normally end up in that situation, at least for me. Okay, next, werewolf pacifist. I realized that you know what, never mind, I was like seeing other things. Werewolf pacifist, I rarely play that role. I used to play it a lot, but now that it's become an advanced role, I never upgraded to it because it doesn't really seem that worth the upgrade. Honestly, it's not my favorite wolf role to play because all it really does is I don't really like choosing to reveal someone as a werewolf due to the fact that whoever you reveal is pretty much going to be confirmed. It's kind of like a sacrifice, you see, to us werewolves. It confirms somebody else as a villager. It doesn't really do any benefit. Like, I don't think it is a really... I just think it is not a good role, as good of a role compared to the Guardian Werewolf, because it serves the same purpose except you reveal somebody else. The only benefit it does is to reveal a random killer without getting reported or saying that the wolves are outing the random killer, because this is a necessary out. That's the only benefit I can think of with the wolf pacifist. So it's really not my favorite wolf role. I've never upgraded to it. I'm sorry. It is not super bad. It serves its purpose, but it's not my favorite role to play. That's all. Okay, next. Headhunter. The way I groan when I get the headhunter role, honestly, I prefer not to have it because, firstly, the way you win a game as a headhunter, it involves yourself risking clowning yourself in front of the village by fake claiming the Seer or Aura or like tough guy, whoever, just to get that one villager out. And I only do that during the rare opportunistic moments where the Aura either doesn't claim or that villager is really, that target is really quiet, and or the village is really naive. Like I have to bet on all these, like at least 2 out of 3 of these factors in order to win. And also werewolves would probably know. I mean, I would usually call them a random killer rather than a werewolf if I'm like a seer. But if I'm like, you know, if there's only auras in game, and the werewolves would already know that you're a headhunter and somebody would try to stop me. It's not my favorite way to play, so usually if I'm the headhunter, I just wait for my target to die and win together with the villager, which kind of sucks because that will kind of make my role really like purposeless. It may as well have the forky role, right? It's really not my favorite role. Although, like, I mean, because headhunters just don't win, you have a target that lives through all the way to the end of the game. I guess the fun part is you can help the wolves, but what benefit do you get? Nothing. I guess I could say the same for another similar role, but I have a very different opinion of that role, which I'm going to go to later. So now we'll move on to the Cupid. There we go. The Cupid. Actually, let me put that at, no, actually, you know what? These 2 roles, I can't choose between which is the better role. I mean, Cupid doesn't really do anything, but actually, I mean, okay, you know, Marksman is still better, but I like being Cupid, basically. I select it as a talisman every time due to, like, you know, I like not having to do anything, but still kind of, like, you know, if you need me, I'll be there to protect the pair that I set up in the game. I like protecting, like, okay, I mean, I would say, like, talk about protectors, but really, if it allows me to be vocal just to like stand up for someone, I just like to do that. And the idea of seeing the gamble on who I couple, whether I made a good couple, and finding ways to just, usually as a Cupid, I do not claim Cupid on the first day because I want to give the chance to my couple to claim Cupid if they're a bad role. That's how I play it. And I just want to see them, see whether they can last throughout the end of the game. So, you know, it's kind of like seeing your children grow up and like fend for themselves, and you're just a proud mom. That's what it feels like to be a Cupid for me. That's why I love Cupid. I got a golden icon. I'm amazing as a Cupid. Not really, but you know, I just love the Cupid role. Okay, but I don't like other couple wins. I understand the annoyance of couples winning, but if it's you, if it's yourself, it's okay. Be a hypocrite. Just like Cupid, only when I have the role. That's why I have it every time. I try to steal the role every time and not to other people. That's why. Yeah. As for whether I like to be couple, there's a little bit of a pressure there sometimes, especially if like if it's 2 wolves, that's a horrible thing. If it's 2 villagers, okay, we have got this together. We're in this together. We'll protect each other no matter what. That's okay. If it's a wolf and a villager, well, as a villager, who's coupled to a wolf, I'll be pretty pressured because I would feel like I'll need to like keep silent the whole time, so that I don't increase the chances of my couple being checked. So really, that's like a lot of different plays you can go about depending on your role as a couple. Next, Werewolf Berserk. The thing about Berserks, so far I know I put all the wolves under kind of boring, but no, trust me, it's not that I don't like playing a wolf. There are certain wolf roles that I really like, and Berserk is not one of them because you only use them for one night and you have to make sure all protectors are there. Yeah, I mean, it is, I guess it says it's alright, but like I just don't prefer to play it because that's all it does. So what if I end up killing all the protectors? Yeah, like that serves its purpose. I would enjoy it as much if there was another person who was a berserker in my team rather than myself being the berserker, because I don't contribute anything being the berserker. Sorcerer. I haven't played the new version of Sorcerer much, but it's not my favorite. I'm sorry. A sorcerer compared to a werewolf seer, I don't see that much difference, brother. I know you get checked as good, but the thing is, they can't see, your other teammates can't see what you check unless you choose to reveal them in the day. And as a sorcerer, I usually do not say my info because everyone is aware that a sorcerer is in game and will know everyone's role, so it just doesn't benefit me personally, and I just prefer to be a wolf seer, I think. Although like it's rarer to get a sorcerer, I would be okay playing sorcerer just because I do not play sorcerer like ever, and that's why I want to try learn playing the sorcerer more. I don't play enough of it. But other than that, yeah, sorcerer is not really my favorite. I promise I'll get a wolf that is not in that yellow box. Sect leader. I haven't been a sect leader in a long time, by the way. But if I were one, it's alright. Cause as a sect leader, I guess it's pretty fun when you recruit the teammates and like just one by one, just recruiting them. Actually, I think sect leader is better than zombie because you can immediately recruit them. It doesn't take 2 nights, it takes 1. And you can even fake being a seer, like then, like Red Lady or something, or whatever role as a sect leader. And that's why when recruiting them, you know that they're in your team and you secretly reclaim more and more of them, and you just pray. The only downside is that you just pray you don't get killed by the werewolves. That's why it's really important to get rid of all the furries if you want to be a sect leader. Make sure that you're in the shadows, and villager kinda owes you in a way. Because if you have a lot of members, it will be for the villagers' benefit to not lynch the sect leader and every villager dies and all the werewolves win. That's not an outcome you want. That's why I kind of like being the sect leader. I hope I can get that role someday. Actually, I don't have it yet, but hopefully if I upgrade bandit, it's going to be the sect leader and not the zombie. Junior werewolf. It's alright. I know I seen a lot of people kind of like the junior werewolf. I guess junior werewolves, the reason it's kind of like the fun role is because you're kind of like the most foolest of the werewolf. You're the fool of the werewolves, and often some junior werewolves, like would just say the infos pretending to be the overseer, and it's because if they die, it's not much of a loss. I get it. But other than that, I don't really see that much value to it. Like, all you have to do is tag. I guess it does the job. Those kind of roles that do the job are just meh to me. Yeah. But it would be a role that I would have, I guess. Like, I wouldn't mind. Actually, you know what? I need to rethink like some of my standards here, because I realized the reason I put Werewolf Berserk at a lower tier is because it's an advanced role that I didn't even like pick. But if I were to get it as, okay, that's like a one time, but Junior Werewolf doesn't have much like strategizing either. But I guess okay, I think the thing I like about the Junior Werewolf is that you don't get lynched early if you get found out as a junior. Because it kind of surprised. Okay, if they don't know you're a junior werewolf, it kind of surprises the village when you tag the seer, or like it really doesn't matter if you die. So I really give a lot of credits for that. Yeah, junior werewolf is that role that's kind of sassy. You don't want to mess with. It's not a huge loss just dying. It's still a kind of a, justified win, just by tagging the seer, bringing them to your grave. If I die, you're coming with me. Yeah, that's for the junior werewolf. For the detective. Okay, detective. I like it because it's kind of fun in the sense that you can guess who is in which team. I like that it's not direct and obvious. It's just like you can really have fun with this role. Actually, I feel like making another tier on like over here in a different color, I guess. Let's see. Maybe let's see how I want to name it. Just one word, fun? Is that it? I wonder if I'll put Cupid under this or this. I don't know. I feel like I'll rearrange that later. Because I think the detective is just pretty okay. Maybe I'll put this pretty okay. Okay, yep, it's gonna be like this, okay? You can check what, yeah, I just explained my reasons. Being the detective, it's not my favoriteest of the favoriteest because it's just it's an info role, and everyone depends on you, and you're just looked up to. You need to like, I mean, I just feel like I die very fast as a detective from my experience, and don't really like make that big of a difference that people would appreciate. But I guess it's pretty fun. That's why I might move the Cupid down, to be honest. It is, I see roles here that are more, well, I don't know really. Yep, I'm gonna put Cupid there. Sorry. Yep. Next, Flower Child. Flower Child. Let's see. It's kind of boring. I'm sorry. I would choose Pacifist over Flower Child any day. I'm sorry. Prefer not to have, because really, Flower Child is one of those roles where you will get accused as a guardian. That's all you are. Like, you're just a scapegoat, and the only good thing you really do is to save from the shadow, and that's it. It's not fun when you're a fixed Flower Child. It's more fun when you're an RV Flower Child because the wolves don't see a Flower Child coming. But if you're a fixed one, that just made the Flower Child play even worse. Yeah, this is the case of a fixed Flower Child. If it's an RV Flower Child, I'll put it here. But for now, I'll put it here, really, because it's fixed. Next, Gunner. Okay, for Gunner, right? I mean, I kind of enjoy being the Gunner, but at the same time, it's one of the most reportable roles if you just like end up shooting a villager. Sometimes with good reason, but you still get reported anyway. So there's another role that I prefer over Gunner, but a Gunner, it really depends for me. Yep. It's not my favorite, and I don't always select Gunner, but if I do, it means I'm feeling murdery that day and just not wanting to tolerate bullshit. That's my mood when I play Gunner. Like, if I'm in the mood to play Gunner, that's how I'm feeling. Pris. Yeah. Pris is boring. I'm sorry to say, Pris is really boring. All you need to do is find a wolf. You find a wolf and you either like succeed or fail, and that's the end. I don't like the idea that you can only do it once. Um, and it's like there's nothing so special about it as well. You'll be like, oh, okay, and that's all. And it, like priest is like the lower priority kind of role. If the priest doesn't water, like it's less likely to be blamed as compared to gunners. Because I've seen so many priests in my life in the games just being there, existing, and who knows, God knows what the hell are they doing in the game, not splashing the water. Okay, I don't know what they're doing. They're just being AFK, or maybe they're just talking but not splashing. Then be like, who do I splash? What's the point if you're just sitting there and not using your powers? Am I right? I know you want to make the right decision, but unpopular opinion over here. I'm all for random splashing, really. I do that. I would do that for Maximin. I would do that for Priest, but maybe not on the first day and immediately, because of course it depends on the info. But the point of being a priest, I think, like these kind of roles where you risk dying, is that you kind of select a player. You select by random. It's kind of a gamble. The part I like about games like this is being like gambling. But as a priest, it seems like I would only to avoid getting reported or anything. It's often expected for a priest to just water whoever is already confirmed, and that isn't fun anymore. I mean, I guess a gunner kind of does that as well, but a gunner's even more reportable. That's why it's not really my fave. But priests, really, all they do is really just a moment's satisfaction, and there's no more purpose to them. I hope they give priests more things to do rather than that one action solely. So, like, please. They especially get useless when all the wolves are dead and they are still alive with their water and they have no one to water. So actually it'll be pretty funny to, like, when you're lynching the last random killer and you just random water, and that's funny. But anyway, Mayor really depends for me. Actually, Mayor isn't really the best for me, because I prefer to reveal as late as possible as the Mayor, because the thing I like about being the Mayor is that when I haven't revealed it yet, people have no idea what the hell am I, and it is fun to keep them guessing, and they're gonna like vote me or just accuse me of being a fake RRV, and then I come out as Mayor. You can't say shit no more. It's just a really fun overturn of things. But other than that, it doesn't really do anything, and a lot of the times I reveal the ability anyway during the shadow, which doesn't make it as fun anymore. But I guess that the main purpose is not to make it fun, but is to actually help the village with a double vote. So I guess being a Mayor is not really my favorite, but it's also alright. Illusionist. I'll put it here. I like playing the Illusionist. It's not really my favorite. I mean, nothing is my favorite pretty good onwards. Yeah, but the thing about the Illusionist is I like the fact that it hides roles, and it also disguises people like what the Shaman does. It's especially helpful if there were a seer in the game. Actually, if an aura is in the game too, then if I illusionize someone who's unknown, they're gonna be sus. And yeah, I just think it's really cool that I can disguise the death's roles. And the only thing is that I need to note is to not skip discussion like I always do, and just kill whenever I can. It gets really annoying when it's after the discussion and they choose to vote me and I can no longer do my thing. Yeah, that's all I have to say for the Illusionist. Serial killer. Boring as shit. Actually, I almost want to put it in trash. But I mean, okay, the one thing about the serial killer, the music's a banger. Yeah, we've heard it. But it's really, really, really Not my favorite. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna sort some out in the trash maybe at the end of the game, at the end of the tier list, at the end of like the tier list that I'm doing basically, because I still don't know which is my ultimate least favorite role, but I really think that a serial killer, I mean, it's very normal. It is so normal. It is so like you don't get anything. You're just a sad case already by itself, just getting the serial killer role. So the only times it's good is when you actually win. Nobody questions you and just win. Yeah, it's really almost to the trash spot, but I don't know yet. Loudmouth. Of course, like it is the reason why I do not mind getting loudmouth is because revealing somebody's role when you die, and the fact that you can play a fool as a loudmouth, kinda asking to be voted. I like those kind of roles where you can just act like a fool and you can just get sus out and everyone lynches you and it doesn't matter. You can just reveal somebody else when they turn. I'm almost tempted to put it at a pretty good section. Actually, let's do that, okay? I like it. I like the loudmouth. Bodyguard. Bodyguard is not my favorite, but it's meh because Bodyguard is one of the other roles that a lot of people counterclaim and you can never prove yourself, which kind of sucks. But the good thing, I guess, is that you get to live longer and you get to protect people. I guess I just like protector roles, huh? Yeah, but I have other protector roles that I prefer over the bodyguard. Pacifist, definitely higher than the flower child. I would say it is still meh because a pacifist. Okay, it's higher than a wolf pacifist, of course, because a pacifist actually has the chance to reveal a bad role. And the reason why I'm not putting it any higher than this is because most of the time when I play this game as a pacifist, I'm not even needed, man. Like, nobody asked for me and I would have to volunteer to reveal someone, and if I reveal a medium or a doctor, they're gonna report me. That's kind of my job, right? So, but if I do reveal a werewolf, that's the good outcome, so yeah. Corruptor. It's alright, because I like the part where you glitch them and they're screaming, and maybe I'm just enjoying every second of their suffering, trying to scream for help and they can't. Okay, now censor all of that. I swear I'm not a sadist. But anyways, that's what a corruptor does. I like the fact that you can kill and you can just shut them up. And even though it's really hard to win, I would say it's okay in terms of that. And the music is pretty much a banger as well. The corruptor music is one of a kind, really. The witch. Trying to decide. It's pretty good, I think. Okay, because the fact that you have two abilities makes it more interesting. You can save someone. You never know who you save. You might even save a wolf night one from the random killer, and you get to potion somebody. I like dual purposes kind of roles, I guess. But I don't know if I'm gonna, actually it's fine. I just like killing people at night. Like the idea of when things are confirmed and you just kill them. There is at least I just prefer it over gunner for some reason. Shadow wolf. I feel stressed when I'm the shadow wolf because I would have to, every time in the wolf chat, please vote this year. I activate tomorrow. Let's do this. Like, I say it with a lot of I say with a lot of the passion in getting this year out, and it's just really you know, after that, I've screwed up as a shadow before. It's a role that I can do, but I have screwed up before. It is not. I like being dangerous. I'm the threat to the village. That's why it's probably like more on the okay side. Maybe I'll put a higher. I don't prefer. I'm okay with this actually. Yeah, shadow is fine. I prefer it over. I mean, I don't know if I prefer it over junior. I'll put it together. Okay, grandma. This. Grandma is fun because I like to shut people up. I'm kidding. But really, I like being the grandma. I like. It makes a difference. It can make a whole lot of difference in the game. Just muting somebody who you think is bad, and usually I have the right call. If I don't have the right call, they were being suspicious anyway, and you can't blame me. I don't mute for no reason. But a grandma does its job, and like muting, and it's usually just fun for me. Alchemist. Okay, I'm gonna say never played because I've never played the new version of the Alchemist where you just give like different people the potion. But I mean, during the previous times I've played, I guess it's fun. I will put it here. Okay, I'll just put it here because you kind of right now I think it's more here, but the last time it was here because the red potion is completely harmless, and I used to love giving the red potion to the same person. But now if it's not like, I don't know whether it's like that or not. If it's not like that anymore, I'll put it here. But for now, I'm gonna put it under never played because they change it. Full. No brainer. No brainer. No brainer. Full. Okay. Actually, I might move it down. Okay, I know I said no brainer here, but there's a catch. I don't always feel that excited about like being the fool when I first see it. Like fool is not the role that I always want to be in a game. I like my fair share of fool games, but it takes one full game a day, one unique full game a day that is enough to make me satisfied. I don't need so many where you need to think of the 20,000 different methods to act as the fool. Whether you're on the side with the village, or you want to reveal your role, or you want to fake a role, fake info role, anything. And I don't usually use full talisman because I do happen to get full. When I do happen to get full, I just see it as an opportunity. That's how I view it, a fool. But it is kind of the reason I play the game too, because I like the existence of fools in games. That is the best. Really. Your creativity is fully utilized in this full role. Shaman Wolf. It's alright. It's pretty good, I think. It depends. Yeah, I would say it depends because it's only good if the person checked that your shaman is checked to be evil, and that very rarely happens for me. I usually don't really have luck with this. I'm just gonna put it here because it depends, so it's alright. It's a pretty good roll if it works. Doctor. Doctor is not my favorite protector role. Obviously, it's the OG. But the reason being is that role that you have to freaking keep quiet about. But I like the idea of the doctor being the silent hero. So if they die and like, you know, people would wish you come back. That's how it is for the doctor role. Do I prefer doctor or bodyguard? That's a good question. I think actually I'm gonna move it a little up because I like the idea of guessing, at least for a doctor. You get to guess who the werewolves attack, and with the risk of them attacking the seer, of course, if they're unprotected. But I have succeeded a couple of times as the doctor, protecting somebody who I'm not supposed to be protecting. from the wolves, and it still prevented a kill anyway. The reason why it's like better to do that with a doctor is because a bodyguard will get attacked another time, but a doctor has unlimited number of times to do this. So I guess they're kind of similar in that way, but for some reason I just prefer getting doctor. Not much explanation needed. Spirit Seer. Spirit Seer. I like Spirit Seer. Except I don't know where do I put it here. I think I'll put it there because the Spirit Seer is just like I check 2 people, and usually checking them gives so much info. It makes a lot of difference. I think it's one of the better info roles. Spirit Seer is good. Showing that whether they're red or blue, and it gives you more clues. And if you select 2 people, it's one out of the 2 people or even both people. And I would say I'm very tempted to put it in a fun category. Should I? Yeah, I should put it in a fun category. I'm gonna put it there. Beast Hunter. Oh Lord. I'm kidding. Really, but the Beast Hunter role is the role that everybody claims. It sucks. It's not. I only like I try to strategize playing the Beast Hunter role to trap Justice here, but other than that, it doesn't do shit, man. I mean, like I'm just gonna put it here for now, but it's really not my favorite role to have because there are other advanced alternative roles that I would always pick over the Beast Hunter. I'm sorry. Really, being a Beast Hunter, really, it doesn't really do me justice. All I've ever done is to get, like, still get lynched anyway after claiming Beast Hunter day 1. Arsonist. I'm just not good at being the Arsonist. It takes a lot of gamble. But I think it's actually alright as a role. It's pretty... Okay, I don't like the fact that it takes 2 nights to... it is understandable. It takes 2 nights to ignite, and the thing is you have to predetermine all of it. There are other roles that I prefer over the Arsonist for that reason, but it is really cool to have, like, it's really fun if you're gonna like burn during that night, like the night that you're gonna burn it, and like so many people just burn, and there's the whole awaiting of seeing who are the roles left and whether will you still be found out after burning them. Did you burn all the werewolves or not? That's the fun part of being the Arsonist, actually, except you almost never win. I would say it is actually, I'm tempted to put it at pretty good or alright. I'm gonna put it as alright first. If they're like, in case there are better roles to put up there, because I don't think I put many random killers as like the highest of the highest. Right, Guardian Werewolf. Where did I put Wolf Pacifist? I put it here, so I'm putting Guardian Wolf here. Not that special. It's just there. It's fine. You can claim Flower Child. I know I don't like Flower Child for that reason, but really, a Guardian Werewolf just does its job, and it is always a good thing to save your fellow werewolves, I would say. So that helps. The reason why I think it's different from the Flower Child is even as a Flower Child, your own teammates don't listen to you. As a werewolf, your teammates are actually grateful for you. So because you're the Guardian Wolf, and the other one's just a little flower bitch. But anyways, now it's a Nightmare Werewolf, and it is super normal. It's not my favorite role. All you do is Nightmare, and you just have to make sure to Nightmare the correct person, or else it's on you. That's all. Nothing much more special than that. I did use some Nightmare Werewolf ability creatively once though, like when I Nightmare the Red Lady and killed the Red Lady and accused the other people. That was the one fun moment, which was just today, that I played as Nightmare Werewolf, because correct, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. That wasn't a Nightmare, that was the Voodoo. The Voodoo does Nightmare people as well. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, yeah, ignore what I said. Bandit. I think it depends. I personally am not a fan of being the bandit, only because I don't like to get innocent villagers to come to my team. But otherwise, I think it is an alright role, just not personally for me, but it is still okay as a role. I like the fact that bandits exist. That's what I'm saying. I would put it in pretty good, as long as I'm not the one playing bandit. Would I rather be a bandit or an accomplice? That's a good question. I don't even like, I mean, that depends. I don't like being a lone accomplice. I like being an accomplice when my fellow bandit is still alive. If I'm a bandit, I guess I'm gonna put it as like alright, only because of my personal feelings, because I think bandit as a role is actually really good to have in a game. The existence of bandits, you rule, okay? Red lady, not my favorite role to pick. I don't like it. I'm sorry. Because a red lady, you kinda, like, I can do the job, sure, pick 2 numbers and then you die and then your job is done. And it's kinda like a luck thing. It feels like a really run-down version of a spirit seer where you just sleep with a person and you either die or you pray to God or you survive. It's not my favorite role to play, but it is still okay. Like, it is still okay actually. I think like there are certain roles that I just don't pick, but they're not like that bad. I'm gonna put meh. Like, it's not a depends. In this case, it's not a depends, but it's just meh. Yeah, it will always be meh. I'm okay with having it, but meh. Right? Okay. Seer. The eye of the game. The eye of the lobby. Seer sees it all. Seer versus Aura. I mean, the thing about the Seer is that it's kind of cheating. But I like it anyway. I like it as much as I like Aura. I don't know which one I prefer. Yeah, like, because it kind of involves gambling as well. Like, finding out who's quiet and then checking their roles and finding out whether they're good or not. I quite like it. Yeah, actually, I think I just like all the info roles, really. I like disseminating info is really not a bad thing. Although, do I like the Seer or the Spirit Seer better? I think I like them. I like both. Zombies. Zombies just make me stress. I don't like to be alone as a zombie. It's not boring. It depends, really. It's good to be a zombie anytime when your only villagers are left, and almost everyone turned into a zombie. But I don't think it's a role I prefer to have, because I rather like have somebody else as a zombie and turn me, rather than me being the original zombie. I don't like to lead a zombie team, but I like to be a part of it. Curse. Honestly, this could be one of the roles that I'm gonna put here. Honestly, I'm gonna leave it here. The only time I ever play this role is if I have friends playing the game, because those friends may be part of the wolf team. Otherwise, fuck this role. This role's so shit. All you do is like, it's just the worst role. I'm sorry. You're just the sacrifice, and nobody cares about you. Forger. Okay. Personally, the only reason why I'm a little hesitant about a forger is because it takes like one whole night just to make something, and it's I guess it's the same with the marksman, but I guess like compared to the witch role, the forger role it takes time. It is fine. I just die a lot. I just die early as a forger every time. What can I do? That's just how my luck is. Other than that, it's a good role. Not my favorite role to have, but I like when a forager is in-game and can give me the shield or the sword. That would be cool. Kitten role. I like when we have a kitten in the team. Do I want to be a kitten though? Not really actually, because a kitten serves the same purpose as a junior wolf, where you just screw around and try to get voted, even more so than the junior, so that you will get to like pick another person. It's alright. It's not my favorite, but it's fine. Like, it has helped me win before, I'll give it that. Cannibal. Ouch. Whoops, I just hit my fist on the table anyway. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm thinking of where, but it's definitely one of the higher ones. Definitely. I'm looking at the other random killer roles, and I don't have cannibal personally. I think generally I'm not really a fan of just playing like random killer roles because you never win with them, but cannibals really give you the freedom to decide. I'll put it as the top tier of all the random killer roles that exist. So I'm gonna put it either here or like here. Pretty good or fun. I think I'll put it under fun. I just never get to play it because I don't have it as a like advanced role, but it will be the first role I'll upgrade. I don't like Avenger, but it helps during couple games. Yeah, that's all. I have nothing to say to that. I don't like tagging people and tagging wrongly, and everyone's gonna report me. Not my favorite thing to do. Bomber. Okay, bomber is really fun to have. I love games that have people who selected bombers. It's like everybody is screaming because of the bomb and the arsonist actually. But compare bomber to arsonist. The bomber is harder to win for sure, in my opinion. But it's just fun to have. As for whether I want to be a bomber, it's not my favorite role to have, but if I were to join, let's say, a hero game that has a bomber as a role, I will not flee. I want to play bomber. I miss playing bomber. That's all. It's just for funsies. It's really just for funsies. I'm gonna put it fun. I'm gonna put pretty good because it's just for funsies. It's just fun to boom people. Definitely not higher than pretty good though. Yeah. It's just fun only because it's so rare. That's literally the only reason, and it just stands out that much. But I suck at that role. I really suck at that role. But you know, you can have fun with roles that you suck at. That is a bomber for me. Sea Apprentice. Yeah, it's okay. I guess it's okay because it's kind of like you're expected to be the info role. You're expected to take charge, and everything is about you be expected. Not a fan of expecting. I like the unexpected better. Speaking of unexpected, I will tell you about it later, but that role is coming soon. Anyway, to tough guy. Tough guy is better than bodyguard, but I think I'll put it in the same category as bodyguard. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. Wait, no, I should put tough guy here. The only reason like tough guy is okay, I think it's okay only because what should I put it together with? Yeah, tough guy is okay. It's not really my favorite, but it's okay because you can find out who killed, and all you have to do is to shout louder than the other enemy who you found out and it die. Actually, you know what? I'll put it here because I think I still prefer a doctor. I like to stay in the shadows. I'm not all for like a one-time announcement and then I'm dead and gone and I'm all the way out there. I'm just not really a big fan of roles that are out there except for like info roles because you have to be out there as an info role. But as a protector, you should stay in the shadows, in my opinion. Or a seer. I think I'll put it under pretty good. I know I would say all the info roles are fun. Aura Seer though, like, okay, the reason I often choose Aura Seer over like other roles like Gambler or Spirit Seer is because I like the idea of having other people claim Aura and then some people do not believe me. I only like that when it comes to info roles, because info roles actually require you to be vocal, and really there's a difference in distinguishing the info, unlike Beast Hunter, where all you have to do is just say I'm Beast Hunter, no I'm Beast Hunter, I have trap on myself. That doesn't do shit, I'm sorry, really. But for Aura, at least you have your own unique info and you can prove it. You can prove that your information is actually correct and you're not a fool who's trying to just guess the life out of somebody's role, right? So an Aura Seer is pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna stay there, no lower, really, there. Actually, when I think about it, yeah. Why should I put it like that? Yeah, because I think a Seer and a Spirit Seer just serves their purpose. It's pretty normal. Our Seer allows you to kind of guess somebody's role as well. That's the fun of it. A Seer just gives you all the answers, and that's what kind of takes away a little bit of the fun. Spirit Seer is kind of just like a sheriff, and you just find out who's red and who isn't. Yeah, it's just pretty good. Wolf Seer, where's Sorcerer? Wolf Seer is here. Cause I'm okay being Wolf Seer is really not my favorite role. Actually, I don't really like being the Wolf Seer because the pressure of checking. But other than that, you know what? I'll put it down here. I'm sorry. Like really, I don't like being the Wolf Seer, but I prefer the existence of Wolf Seers in the game than the Sorcerer. Because being a Wolf Seer myself, for some reason, it's like I can't keep track really fast, and I sometimes end up checking the players that were already checked, or like we already know the roles. So it requires a lot of like quick reading and paying attention. That's what the Wolf Seer does. It's something which I'm not that good at. And you can't even vote at night. Yeah, that's all. That's all you're good for as a Wolf Seer. But I'm not against it either. Like, it's just not a role I'll prefer. I don't like those Seer the Roof roles. I'll prefer a certain other role that I don't seem to see here. Right. The other role is Blind Wolf, by the way. They didn't put it here. But a Blind Wolf, I would probably put it higher. I'll put it as pretty good, I think, because a Blind Wolf actually allows you to kind of guess who is the strong and who's a regular villager and who's other. And you can check two at the same time, which serves like the purpose like an analyst does. So that's really unique in my opinion. Now here we go. The role of all roles, everybody. I love the Grave Robber role. Grave Robbers are the best. I'm sorry. You know, I'm pitting together the basic trashiest role with the holiest advanced role in the game, the Grave Robber. Everyone give a round of applause. It's the role that I would always roll with. Yeah, because the Grave Robber role is one of the mysterious roles that I like, and you're kind of like not the one taken seriously, but you can either be a good guy or a bad guy. So when you turn into a good guy, that's where like it's fun, because you can spend the whole game just wondering whose role are you going to take. And if it's a bad role, you kind of carry for the werewolves, because you're the addition that helps them win and the village doesn't expect it, like they expect for the curse. That's what makes it so amazing. Jailer is really good. Okay, actually, I'll put it under fun. Jailers are fun because you can talk to the people and you can just intimidate the shit out of them in the jail cell. They have to find an answer. You can tell whether they're lying or not. You talk directly with them, and I just think jailers are one of the coolest roles in the game, hands down. I would put it at the reason I play in the game, but I have another role that I prefer a little bit over jailer, which I'll mention later. Sheriff. Okay, Sheriff I've been playing more often lately only because they made it into a fixed role, and I'd say it's pretty good. Because the Sheriff allows me to gamble and choose which players are going to die, and it gives me the information. Yeah, it's pretty good, but I just haven't had that much luck with it so far, only because um, I just happen to select those people who don't die. But otherwise, if I keep succeeding in this role, it might eventually move up to here. To be honest, Sheriff is pretty good. Actually, should I put it here? Sheriff is fun. Yeah, I should put it there. Sheriff is fun. It's more fun to me than the Seer roles, at least. Split Wolf. I'm very tempted to put it here. Really, it's really, really, really not my favorite role. I don't like it. I'm sorry, because if the other person who I'm split with, like, they cannot die. If they die, my role is revealed. If I die, they die with me. But like, why would the hell would I play this over like a junior who you can select from? You can change your selection whenever, right? Split Wolf doesn't do shit. It's just trash because it feels like a rundown version of other roles. I'm sorry. Trapper. Trapper is, I guess it is. I used to have a really good opinion of Trapper. Now I guess it's alright. I think it's more on the alright. Okay. I'm torn between these two. I'll put it here, I guess. Because I get to choose who to put it on, but usually I'm putting it on a seer. I'm guessing who's gonna die, but that is just really a very small part of being a trapper. I usually just trap myself first night, and when the trap is gone, I have to do it all over again. This one makes it pretty annoying for me, but it is still a better role, 100,000% a better role than a beast hunter. Some people say that a trapper is too strong for that reason, but you know, I think it makes very useful end game when I am still alive as a trapper. It's just that I'm never that lucky. So I'm gonna put trapper there. I'm gonna leave it there, yeah. And here comes the better version of the jailer, the warden. In my opinion, warden is one of the best roles. I don't have to say anything. I just have to make sure two people say the stuff, and I can watch over, and I can say something later, and I can scream for help if a werewolf, if I jail two werewolves and like the medium is still alive. Please, I just like being the warden. It's so fun to see people's conversations. Warden best role, one of the best. Hands down, period. Analyst, I guess analyst, the reason why I'm not gonna put it at the same part as Aura is because an analyst is just right there. Like you already won first day when you're an analyst, won people's trust, right? Everyone's gonna target you. I'm not a fan of roles like that. Not a huge fan of roles like that, but I just think that it is like it. So that's why I put it here, but it's still fun, obviously, to check auras. And why it's lower than the roles like a detective is because to me, I like detectives better. You can check. It just feels more like a puzzle. It feels more difficult to tell, in a way. Okay, actually, like it requires a lot of connecting the dots and coming together, which I find more fun than just checking who is good, who's unknown. This is a definite yes, no. Yeah. Trickster, here we go. I love Trickster and Corruptor in the game. Best combination. I will just trick whoever got corrupted, and I get that good roll and get checked, or if not, accuse somebody else and trick them and I get that roll. That is being the trickster for me. So it's just really good. It tricks people. Yeah, it's so cool. Werewolf fan, I will put it in trash, but I never actually played it because I never liked the idea of it. Like, you are already in the wolves team, But I guess the fun part is I fuck around. I just never personally played it, and I like maybe I would have fun if I'm the one playing as the werewolf fan. But so far it's not the most like appealing role for me. I see werewolf fans in games always trying to troll their village, and like they just don't die. I guess that's the fun part. Like they don't die, but they're still evil. I guess between them and the fool, the only bad part is being shot or lynched, I guess. Maybe, yeah, I just never played, but I'm now considering like getting werewolf fan at one point. At some point, because I realize I can double as a fool. It only doesn't work if the fool is dead. Voodoo. Look at Nightmare. Voodoo is kinda meh, I guess, because you kinda strategize when to mute and to Nightmare someone. But in the end, like it's kind of the same as a Nightmare for me, except I'm okay with playing it because it has double purposes. That makes a lot of difference for me. Instigator. I feel bad when I'm the instigator because whoever's in my team is on their way to losing. Really. But after that, if I kind of instigator, I guess it's pretty good still because I like the idea of you having a completely different role, killing everyone, and you're good. You're just a different team, like good aura, I mean, and everyone's just finding the instigator. Ritualist, I would say pretty good as well. I often prefer to pick the medium, but nowadays I've been picking the ritualist more because I really always find myself dying first, and I like the idea of just reviving somebody by accident. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, yeah, it's just there. It's pretty good. On par with medium. That's all I could say. I'm rushing a little bit because I kinda like have to end this on the other time. Okay, Evil Detective. I don't think I've ever played this role, but I've seen people play it, and I don't think I really like it. Honestly, it's okay. The thing is, Evil Detective, it requires you to kind of like guess. But I think it's really hard to win because even if you guess correctly, how are you supposed to like kill all the wolves in the villages and still win? Like at the same time, you're decreasing the population of werewolves, and that would mean that you're the target of the villagers soon. It's kind of why I wouldn't pick two people in the first try, I guess. I haven't played it before, but I think it would be a really cool role to play, now that I think about it. Ghost Lady is that one role that I like to play. It's fun, because it's the best protector role. A Ghost Lady, firstly, they can attack me, and I can laugh in their faces if they try to attack me. Secondly, I can visit someone and I earn their trust, and somebody is standing up for me. I like the idea of them ruling for me. I can guess whoever is being attacked too. It has just so many purposes that I just really enjoy being the Ghost Lady. Honestly, yeah, I'll put it there. It's so good. Preacher. Preacher is really high up on the list because I really like the idea of choosing. Okay, this is very funny because when Preacher first came out, I thought it was the most useless role to ever exist because the role used to be about like lynching villagers, but now it also allows you to predict who dies, and I find it really fun. It's like sheriff in a way, except all you do is get an extra vote. And I like the part about having an extra vote actually. I would like to put it there. It's the best. It's one of the best roles. Baker, honestly, it's just I'll put it meh. I used to enjoy it a lot because people make a big deal out of a baker being the game. Bread, give me bread. Everybody bread here. Bread is for everyone. But that's all you really do. It's kind of like a certain other role that somehow doesn't seem to be here. So I'm gonna say the Forky role. Yeah, it's like the other Forky role where people make a big deal out of you being that role, yet you do no shit really, which I would put it under it's alright. But I like being these roles because it's really peaceful, non-stress. I personally like those roles. But anyways, I still put it under it's alright. It does give you establish the trust, I guess, but I don't know. It's not really my favorite. Like, I prefer other roles like Granny or being the preacher, but preacher really tops it all. Like, among all the various mayor advanced roles. Vigilante! There we go. Where is Gunner? Vigilante, I'll put it here. Because I like, of course, double abilities. Am I right? I like revealing people. Of course, I do it only when it's necessary. I can do it when it's necessary. But I like, it's not boring because I like the double roles. It's a newer role than a Gunner, so I appreciate it for being there. Night Watchman. Fun. I like seeing who is bullshitting about being a protector and see who is the real beast hunter. And I can stand up for the underdog that says they are the RRV doctor and nobody believes them. That is my job, to come in and say that they're telling the truth. And I just feel like a hero being this role, okay? And I can also tell if somebody else is the Night Watchman by saying the same things. It has happened before. I appreciate Night Watchmen. They are the carriers of the games. Mortician. I guess Mortician gives you all the answers, like a seer. A little more fun than the seer though, because you get to guess two people. It's a combination of seer and spirit seer, so I guess I'll put it here maybe with the detective, because it has both the seer and spirit seer's purpose. It shows you who killed, and you can kind of choose. It's just really that strong. It's a confirmed person. It's a confirmed info. Actually, if it's a confirmed info, it doesn't make it as fun. I'm gonna put it back there because everyone believes you, basically. Stubborn werewolf. I think it's a good role. I'll put it pretty good. I haven't put a wolf that's pretty good, but stubborn wolf, it fits that category perfectly because firstly, you're unknown. Secondly, when you can't die immediately, I think that's a really big thing. It feels like a win for yourself when you can't die right away. Well, summoner. It's alright, use your ability once and that's it. You're gonna die again anyway. Yeah, pretty much it. I don't really have much to say about this. I feel like moving the medium down to the same category, but I'm not sure. I mean, at least mediums get to talk to the dead. Well, summoners don't. If only a wolf summoner could talk to the dead, then a medium would be like, hey, who are you? But they'll be trolling, I think. It'll give room for trolling, and that's not good. Maybe I should, like, I don't know. Violinist. Violinist. I haven't played this role when it's new. The last time I did play it was so bad. I think they don't know whether they upgraded the ability or anything, but all you do is like check with the dead villagers to see. I think it's not really the most fun role to play. I'll put it under kind of boring, prefer not to have, but I also haven't played one in a while, so I really have no memory playing off the violinist. Flagger. If Trapper is here, Flagger is up there. Flaggers, they're good because you can gamble. You can gamble on who to like shoot, and it's often a success for me personally. It's good to have flaggers in the game for that reason. And at first I was scared of using flagger because like some innocent person can die, but that's not how it works. Nobody will report you for that. On the other hand, I used to love astronomer. It's not my favorite role anymore. It really depends. Oops, sorry, give me. I'm sorry, I had the alarm on. It's because, well, I'm gonna switch on the light. I'm back. Where was I? I was talking about the flagger. The flagger role is just, yeah, as I was saying, flaggers are great. They have really carried the game sometimes and often succeeded in shooting somebody who's quiet. It's really much a lot better than like roles like Avenger and all. Like really, you can guess who's gonna get attacked. It's just really good in every way. I'm almost so tempted to put it here. Maybe I should put it there. Should I? The reason why it's probably not in the first tier is because flaggers like this is a protector role. It's one of the good protector roles. Ghost Lady or Flagger. The thing is, like, probably like the prospect of shooting a villager, I guess, is not really my favorite. Like, if there's a risk of something, like you making a wrong decision, it's immediately like not the highest role for me. I mean, marksman's like that too, but you don't really like. I feel worse for like killing somebody else, so like that's what Flagger does. But I think it's really very, very close fight to being like up there and put it here, I guess. You know what? I'll just put it here. Screw it. I don't care. I've never played Jelly Wolf, but a Jelly Wolf basically it is okay. I mean, okay, I still prefer, okay, it does save a wolf from being shot, but what I don't like about this role is that I never upgraded it for the reason is because you have to really guess which wolf is going to be shot. It's really hard to predict that in my opinion. But I have succeeded before, so it's still not really my favorite role. Gambler. I guess Gambler is just pretty good because I do play it a lot, and I guess a Gambler, surprisingly for a role called Gambler, I don't see it as much gambling. It's just selecting who is like the villager or who is the. It's a very, to me, it's very procedural. It is not that special in my opinion. It's just there. And you can find out who's villager, who's werewolves, and I think Aura is still better because you can, those require like have room for guesses. Gambler just kind of gives you the answer like Seer does. It's not, does not make it as fun in my opinion. I wish you could like guess and have a little bit of a puzzle with such a role called a Gambler. Bell Ringer. Okay, Bell Ringer is like here because I like to gamble. This Bell Ringer has more room for gamble than a Gambler does because you get to choose 2 random rolls and see who dies and reveal the other roll to yourself. And I've carried the game multiple times with the Bell Ringer roll, found actual wolves. Really good for me. Yeah, Bell Ringer is really good. It's only not the highest because the ability is only used once, but it's still good. It's still really good. Conjurer. You know why I made, oh, where did it go? Where did the Conjurer, oh, there it is still. I made the top list specifically for the Conjurer. It's not a role that I always play because I feel like you need to be really smart to play the Conjurer, and my brain, like, if my brain is feeling it on that day, I will 100% choose the Conjurer because I like multiple abilities. Simple. Playing different roles is fun, except every time you will need to gamble on like which role to choose and which role will be helpful for that day. It's a little stressful, but it is still really good. It is fun. Yeah, it's really awesome invention. Conjurer is one of the most OP roles in the game, I would say. Stormwolf. I used, like, when I first got Stormwolf, like, I purposely got Stormwolf because of how much it stands out. But I feel like it kind of lost its purpose over time. I'm sorry. Because, okay, Stormwolf, it only works on the first day. On the first day, if one of your teammates get checked, you can immediately shuffle and nobody remembers the information. So everybody ends up voting the wrong person, But every time first day is gone, somebody will be like, oh, Storm Wolf is in game, you'll need to remember the names. And of course the purpose of shuffling doesn't do shit anymore. And the hidden voting part never does shit, okay? Just saying, it really never does anything. Because if you're in a Storm game, end game, okay, start game, you have not enough votes, and end game, you have no reason to hide your votes. So it's kind of dumb. It's not a role I prefer to play, although it is fun if it's like it's just fun to shuffle around, I guess, and first day is really helpful. That's all, nothing more. Butcher. I never played the Butcher. I've never played the Butcher, but all I think is that Butcher is just another protector and you have limited protections. It's kind of like Night Watchman, except you have more protections, but you can't see who others are. So I don't know. I'm just gonna put on never play because I literally never played that role. And lo and behold, everybody, Conjure's not the best on the list, but it's a Wolfluencer. Well, I had a conversation with another player in the game on how like they were like a conversation, by the way. They said Wolfluencer is the worst role, and they say that as I was the friend who influenced them almost every round, and they were like, oh my god, fuck you, Wolfluencer. They genuinely hate the role, and I'm like having the time of my life. This is the best role. Actually, you know what? If I were to select any of the roles as being the best role, Wolfluencer is the best role for me. Will be the top, the king of all roles to me. As a werewolf, the Wolfluencer has carried so many games for myself. The number of times where I manipulated somebody else's voting just to tie everything, senseless. It's the best. Are you saying I'm manipulative? I don't know, but this role is required to be manipulate somebody, and it's required to win, and that's why the role is so good. Well, that's all from my tier list. Oh wait, I wanted to like see whether there's anything I wanted to change. That's right. Split Wolf and Curse. I think I'm good because all these roles I do not mind playing, but the trash ones are the ones I would avoid like the plague. I'm so tempted to put Serial Killer under this one. I just feel sorry for it, but it's like the bottom of the list, I guess. I will quit immediately. I'm a Serial Killer. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna put it there. Yeah, I'll say anything else. All the other ones would still stay. I will not flee. These are the roles that I would flee. I'll put it here. Yeah, sounds about right. All these I will not. And it looks about right. I'm gonna save it. Yep. Oh no, I need to. Okay. There we go. Alright. Thank you for, like, I know there are other roles. Okay, let me think of whether there are other roles before I say thank you and bye. Is this the most updated one? They didn't have Blind Wolf. Let me think. Wolvesville new roles, let's see. Okay, let's see the other roles, because I really don't know. Bully, okay. I'm gonna put Bully under prefer not to have. Actually pretty trash, honestly, because I was saying in the previous video that I may or may not have uploaded that Bully really sucks. This Bully, I'm gonna show which role it is. Bully role. It sucks because you only stop someone from talking, and you kind of like, it takes a day as well, and then you knock them out and they'll just be mad at you, I guess. I just don't want people to be mad at me in these games. Bully is like the easiest to be reported, and I don't appreciate it. So it's very near to trash. The other festive roles like Pumpkin King, Easter, or Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, there we go. They are okay, I guess. Like everyone appreciates you. It's kind of like the baker role, so I'll put it under like meh. Like with the baker, actually, I would be okay with having it because you're kind of just doing good. Fortune teller. Fortune teller, now that they changed the role to not force reveal and you can fake the role, it's kind of trash, no offense. Fortune teller is pretty trash, I'm sorry. I will never upgrade to that role. I've never played Siren, but it seems pretty fun. Let's see. Assassin is the Assassin's Convention. That game mode is really fun. There's Confusion Wolf. Confusion Wolf, I've never played it. Oh wait, I think I've played like once. Confusion Wolf is really good. Pretty good, but everyone knows a Confusion Wolf is in the game. So I would probably put it only under pretty good. Yeah, no higher. Spy, I remember Spy is actually, I like the Spy because 4 targets means more suspicion and it gets more people talking. So a Spy would be really high up the list for me. Anyone else? I forgot how Toxic Wolf is. Or what they do, but they poison someone. I didn't really get it when I first saw it as well. Judge, right, the very important role judge that is not here. It will be the reason I play the game. I do not have a judge role right now, but I'm going to get one and I don't care. Judge is just marksman but better. I should create another whole tier just for judge role. Judge is so good. Locksmith, is not really my favorite. I don't know. I'll put it in alright. And Lurker is just boring until you get into a role. But I guess it's like okay. I guess you try to scream to get to the villager's side by getting shot. So Lurker's goal is to not get lynched, but only to get attacked. So I guess Lurker to me is a role that I would prefer not to have. Okay. I don't really have much to say right now, but these are the roles. This is my tier list. I hope you had fun. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.